Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam. Om Achaturvadano Brahma Dvibahuraparo Harihi Abhalalochana Shambhuhu Bhagavan Badarayanaha. Om Dakshine Lakshmano Yasya Vame Cha Janakatmaja Purato Marutir Yasya Tam Vande Raghunandanam. In verse number 57, we saw Bhagavan said, even a person who is living in the world, experiencing this world, still, if such a person is able to think, is a Muni, and evaluate his experiences, he understands that, or rather not just understands, but he experiences the oneness with me because of the falsification of all the external experiences through the words of the scriptures as well as logical thinking and other valid means of knowledge. The examples for this falsification is, one was given that because of our faulty instrument, we are seeing more than one moon in the sky, or we get confused about the directions in a new place. In this same manner, this world also, once I start thinking about it, we feel that it is just a Brahma. Really, there is just this pure consciousness. Moving forward, here Bhagavan is also talking about a process or a step-by-step way of reaching there. We often say that it is very difficult to comprehend the formless, attributeless, nirguna nirakara. How do we understand, how do we connect to something which is beyond the scope of senses, mind, intellect? It seems to be very difficult. It cannot be done by everyone. So of course Bhagavan has already said that it needs consistent long-term practice. But what to do till then? Till then do we remain disconnected? Till the time we are able to connect. So what should I do? How do I remain connected even in the process? So here Bhagavan is very beautifully including something very important in this scope of knowledge. So in verse number 58, he says, Yavanna pashyedakhilam madatmakam tavan madaradhana tatparo bhavet paro bhavet shraddhaluratyurjita bhakti lakshano लुरत्युर्जित भक्ति लक्षणो यस्तस्य दृश्योऽहमहर्निशं हृदि यस्तस्य दृश्योऽहमहर्निशं हृदि यावत् तावत् यावत् as long as tavat so long so yavat as long as na pashyed akhilam madatmakam as long as one is not able to see this world, akhilam, all this, madatmakam, pervaded by me or as an expression or manifestation of mine, this way, as long as people are not able to see, any seeker is not able to see, means they are not able to recognize my existence principle. The essence of who I am really, as long as one is not able to recognize that existence principle in this whole world and look at this whole world as a manifestation of me, madatmakam akhilam yavat na pashyet, tavat, so long, what should one do? Mad aradhana tatparaha bhavet. Remain engaged in worshipping me. As long as one is not able to recognize me, so long remain engaged in worshipping me. Tatparaha means that should be the first priority. Worshipping me. Now, worshipping is not possible in the attributeless, formless, nameless state. For worship, something is required. So, you do upasana till the time you recognize who I really am. So, the thing is, for example, we already saw this concept of upasana when we were talking of Omkara. So, there is a Shivalinga, and this Shivalinga is worshipped not as a stone, but as a symbol which really stands for Lord Shiva. So, in an ordinary object, superimposing the idea of something great. That is upasana. Now, you keep doing this upasana till what time? Till the time you find me actually there. Because it is not that I am not there and you are imagining me there. I am really there. But now you are not able to see it. Therefore, you need to have that bhava. But once the bhava takes you closer, then what happens? I recognize that it is really there. So that is the difference between the adhyasa and upasana. Adhyasa also is superimposition, but that is because of ignorance. Here, I am knowingly doing this, but it is not different from the real fact that Bhagavan is really there in this form in front of me. But I am not able to recognize. So as long as I am not able to recognize, so long I should keep worshipping. And due to this worship, I will be able to recognize. So Bhagavan is making it easy for us. Bhagavan is saying, as long as you are not able to recognize, don't worry. You have upasana. Mad aradhana tatparo bhavet. You be engaged in my aradhana, my worship. So don't worry. Just keep doing it. So do puja, pray. So have that relationship. And when will we be able to recognize Bhagavan in essence? Whether in the idol or in the world, when will we be able to recognize? As long as I am identified with this body and consider myself to be this body as a physical entity, I will see physical entity only. Because I can't see anything else. I will see everything as what I am. So if I am identified with my mind and emotions, I will see only emotions. If I am identified with my intellect and knowledge, I will only see knowledge, understanding, analysis, etc. I will see that only, the world made up of only thoughts. Then the physical existence won't matter. Possessions won't matter. But if I am identified with something I possess, then only possessions will be seen by me. That is what will catch my eye. So if I understand this principle, the moment I identify or know who I really am, in the world outside also I recognize that only. So sitting in the body, seeing bodies, I will always see differences. Sitting in the mind or intellect, seeing the minds and intellects and thoughts and emotions, I will see only differences. But sitting in the self, recognizing myself as the pure consciousness, what I see will be the same pure consciousness. There won't be any differences there. So then what happens? I recognize everything, whether the idol or the world at large, I recognize as that supreme self. That is Madatmakam. Here Bhagavan says, that which is pervaded by me. That essence I will recognize. But till the time I recognize, he says, worship me. Because for me, now I am this physical form, I need a physical form to worship. So, where I stand decides my sadhana. So, if I am body oriented, I need some body to worship, and I need to use this body also to worship. That is why I do namaskar. And that is important, because if I am identified with the body, I need to surrender my ego, because my ego is sitting here. So if I stand like this, my ego is not surrendered. So no, it is only surrendering. So I have surrendered, but I will stand like this. Doesn't work. So that is why we have namaskar. We bow down, salutation. All this is physical action also is included. It is not merely physical, but that is because I am identified with this body. I consider myself as this body. And therefore, when I bow down, I feel I am bowing down. The ego is surrendered to some extent, temporarily. Then again, as along with my head, the ego also comes back. That's a different thing. But उस time के लिए तो हो गया. But when this identification only drops, that is when that ego only dissolves. Then what remains is that pure self, which is in me, which is in all. It is that one supreme self. So what is the path? He says, in any other Vedanta text, this is not as explicitly as said as here. It is said there is full bhakti in Vedanta. So it is not two disjoint things that, this is only knowledge, there is no space for emotions and bhakti. No, the rishis recognize that we are an emotional person, we have these thoughts. What to do with them? Channelize to the Lord only. I am identified with the body. What to do? Serve the Lord only. Who is that Lord? I am seeing him in a particular form, but who is he actually? In essence, that self, this self, is one and the same. And this is what Hanumanji had clarity about. And that is why his devotion is considered to be the supreme devotion. Because when once Bhagavan said, Hanumanji, asked Hanumanji that, how are you related to me? He said, from the standpoint of the body, if I consider myself as the body, I am your servant, because you are also that body. So I will be your servant. From the standpoint of being a jiva, if I consider myself as an individual entity, jiva, the embodied one, means I am not this body, the embodied one, then I am a part of you. Because you are the total, I am the individual. So that way I am a part of you. But when I talk about Atma Buddhya, from the standpoint of the self, what whole and part? There are no two. Tvameva aham. I am you only. That is Hanumanji said, Iti me nishchita matihi. I am very clear about this. So all life he served physically. He considered himself as a part, but he knew there is no difference. But that knowledge did not make Hanumanji stand on Ramji's head. He was still at his feet only. So it is not that after knowledge I tell my Guru that no, Guru, both of us are same only anyway. No, I will still be at the Guru's feet only. Because Deha Buddhya Dasosmi. I can never raise myself at this physical level. But what is the Guru telling? That okay, but this body only you are not. In Ramcharitmanas there is this beautiful prasanga where the devotee tells Bhagwan that Bhagwan is very happy and says, okay, ask for some boon. He says, Bhagwan, I want ego. I said, everyone doesn't want it and you want it. That, yes, I want. Okay, what kind of ego you want? I want that kind of ego where I am the servant and you are the Lord forever. I want this identity forever. Means that I want, if this comes, this becomes my identity, all the other false egos will fall off. And when I serve you, I will be purified and I will realize what the reality is. But still, in spite of that knowledge, I will remain your servant only. That's all I want. This is the beauty of bhakti, and this is how bhakti and knowledge are related. At some places, we find bhakti is a means to knowledge. Some places, we find that really bhakti comes to its full expression only after knowledge. So it is very interesting. Sharabhanga Rishi, another, all this Aranya Kanda is beautiful, full of these devotees and Bhagwan's relationships and their sadhana, etc. So this Sharabhanga Rishi, great tapasvi, yogi, and it is said that Indra himself, he did not send a chauffeur-driven vehicle. He himself came with Pushpak Viman. He did not send it. Pushpak Viman had auto navigation. So it could directly come, take the passenger and go wherever. But Indra drove it. He himself came and said, your sadhana, you deserve a high state, come with me. I have come to pick you up. Sharabhanga Rishi said, go away, I am not interested. So you did so much sadhana, you are not interested. I said, no. Why? Because I just got the news Bhagwan is coming to the forest in his human form, in this avatara. Why should I come after you? So then you will never get this chance. I said, I don't want. Because why did I do all sadhana? To come with you. I did sadhana to get Bhagwan. And Bhagwan, when he is coming to my place directly, why should I come with you? You go, not needed. And I won't regret this decision. You can go. He went. Bhagwan came. He prostrated to Bhagwan. Bhagwan, I saw you. Enough. Now, I am ready to give up my life. You just be here for few moments as I leave this body. As I am leaving, I just want to just have your darshan. Then I will go. Then you proceed because you have lots to do. So I won't keep you long. So he, in his yoga agni, he decided to leave. So Bhagwan said, okay, ask for something. You want something? Sharabhanga said, what I wanted, I have got. And it is said, there's a comment there by Tulsidas ji. He says that after getting, leaving his body, he went to the Bhagwan's dham as Bhagwan's sevaka, as Bhagwan's bhakta. So, but Bhagwan Pratyaksha, he was there, then he didn't get liberated. So he said, he did not seek that kind of liberation because he wanted Sagun Bhakti. So he asked that all his life he worked towards Nirgun Bhakti, but when he saw Bhagwan, he said, I want Sagun Bhakti only. So last moment he asked for Sagun Bhakti, he got that. So he remained at the feet of the Lord with the supreme knowledge. So that is the beauty. So such attractions like Indra Lok and all will come. These are small, small siddhis. Indra coming in Pushpak Viman is not going to directly, literally happen in our lives. But there will be small, small things because we don't need Indra and all. Little things will come. That when I look at something, the garland will fall. Power, no? I tell someone, stand up. That person stands. Power. That is Indra, nothing else. I am able to do what I want to do. Whatever I think happens. I think I want ice cream. And somebody walks in with one tub of ice cream. I got you ice cream, I was remembering. Satya Sankalpa. This is all Indra. And then I get carried away. I have all this power. So let me have one place. I will announce to people, come, I will heal you. I will bless you. And then get lost in that whole hodgepodge of samsara. And then after some time I realize, what am I doing now? What did I start? अभी दुकान खोल के बैठ गया. Where is all that I started with? Indra came, picked me up, I also went with him, and now I am sitting in Swarga. Bhagavan came and went. I missed him. So we will not have Indra in Pushpak Viman literally coming. These small, small things will happen. We may not have siddhis the way they are described, that I can walk on water and fly in the air and all. All that now we can do with technology also. But these kind of little things will come. And especially if we have that thing of, I am very disciplined, I have not missed even one day, I am doing this. That is the most dangerous thing. Not that we should not be disciplined, but sometimes that subtle ego, I am doing my sadhana, I am doing this, I understand this very well, and I know this, then that. And then that only, that is that Indra is what? Indra is nothing but our own mind. The mind says, you deserve better. What are you doing here? हो गया पतन. So here Bhagavan is saying, you remain serving me, worshipping me. Don't worry. So through bhakti, jnana. And when jnana happens, that bhakti becomes even more mature, even more beautiful. So that is the relationship. So jnana and bhakti are like two wheels of the chariot. They move together and take the seeker ahead. So how do I worship you? So let's start with Shraddha, Shraddhaluhu. Shraddha, faith, is believing in something I have not experienced so far. And what is the result of it? I experience what I believed in. That is the definition given by Puja Gurudev. Faith is to believe what you do not see, the reward of which is you see what you believed. So I am not experiencing now. It means in this idol, that Bhagavan, Supreme Paramatma is there. I am not experiencing. So I start with faith. And when I start with faith, that faith only will bring me to a state where I recognize Bhagavan there. I experience Bhagavan there. I start having a real relationship, which really, like, it is so connected, like the relationships we have with each other. So when that happens, then slowly that recognition starts happening. And when that happens in the idol, it happens slowly in the world as well. So that is the process. So Shraddhaluhu, endowed with Shraddha. Then Atyurjita Bhakti Lakshanaha. And one who has bhakti, that is devotion, but what kind of Atyurjita? Highly enthusiastic. Here Gurudev used one word, mighty devotion. Mighty means highly energized bhakti. Energized doesn't mean that we get into that आई एम गोइंग टू डू, पूरा घर उल्टा घुमा दिया, क्यों? भक्ति. That bhakti avesh also comes sometimes to us, that suddenly it will come. I become bhakta. Then after some time, हो गया बस अभी. Last week you were so, yeah, last week it was there, now it is over. I am now out of it. Now I have become normal. But that was really abnormal. So Urjita does not mean that physical energy and I am turning everything upside down. Not that kind of bhakti, because sometimes it comes, especially Shravan, and then Somvar is there, and then one hand I will have dahi ka packet. This literally, these scenes are seen in Shiv Mandirs. Dahi ka packet, and then other hand I'll have my phone. I have that bhakti jhatka, so I have to go. Without that, I can't go to office. So I'm all coated, booted, suited, with in my one hand, right hand usually, dahi, because chadana to right hand se hota hai. Dahi ya doodh ka packet hota hai, and then phone. And then I put my phone like this, take out the scissor, cut one corner. That corner piece also falls on Bhagwan only, that also off. And then again, हाँ बताना, 2 मिनट रुकना, 2 मिनट रुकना. हाँ बोलो, हो गया. This is not what Bhagwan means. Urjita Shakti. I am doing multitasking in bhakti also. That is not what Bhagwan is asking about. Because energized means this energy also has to be under control. So Atyurjita Bhakti Lakshana means the heart is overflowing with love for the Lord. Love means what? Identification. Love means what? The ability to give up something lower for the sake of attainment of the Lord. That sacrifice and identification is brimming. I am ready to give up anything for the Lord. That time, no other thought comes and disturbs me. I am in that high energy. Energy is always required for focusing and concentrating. If energy is low, I am not able to focus or concentrate. It is our experience. So high energy means what? Complete single pointed attention. Nothing else but that. That kind of, this is called Ananya Bhakti. And Shraddha gives me that kind of bhakti, that I have faith, this is real for me. I pray to God, but these people, my neighbors are always troubling me. How can I do this? Means God is not as real as the neighbors. Because if God was as real, I would say this to God and say that, Bhagwan, you are there with me, why should I bother? That is only neighbor. You are living in my house with me. You are so real. Then I will not bother about it. But if I feel that the world is troubling me, means Bhagwan is not as real for me as the world. So Shraddha. And that Shraddha makes this a reality, and that reality will create that devotion, that flow of love, that ability to give up anything for the sake of the Lord. That identification with the Lord. My first relationship is with the Lord. Everything else is through the Lord. An example that is given in the scriptures only is that of a girl who gets wedded and goes to another family, household. There are so many relations. So the mother-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, everything is in-law, 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 in-law. Which means what? All these relationships are through the husband. Direct relationship is with the husband. Similarly, the scriptures say, when we have direct relationship with the Lord, and then all the relationships are through the Lord. And when it is through the Lord, our likes and dislikes will not matter. Because I am I love Bhagwan. Bhagwan loves this person standing next to me. So therefore, I love this person. Over. Bhagwan accepts me, Bhagwan accepts this person. Both of us are accepted and loved by Bhagwan. Therefore, why should we have any problem? And if I have any problem with this person, Bhagwan will not be pleased. So for the sake of Bhagwan at least, I don't have hatred. And most importantly, if my attention is on the Lord, then why should I pay attention to anybody else? Free myself. Shraddha, Atyurjita Bhakti Lakshana, such a sadhaka, performing this worship, once he lives like that, till such time that he is able to recognize me everywhere in this world, yaha tasya drishyah aham harnisham hridi, such a person will see me, experience me in his own heart. And in a way, here Bhagavan is promising this, that I will reveal myself to him in his own heart. That is a promise given by Bhagavan. Now, Bhagavan, I have listened to what you have said. Now what should I do? So, what should I do? You are asking now. Say no, Bhagavan. I understood, but I still have a little bit of doubts and all those things. So, still you have doubts? Yes. So, how do I resolve these doubts and all? Like, will we have a question answer session with you after this? Bhagavan says, I will tell you what is to be done. So, here Bhagavan is saying, Rahasyametat Shruti Sara Sangraham Maya Vinishchitya Tavoditam Priya Yastvetadálochayatiha buddhiman Chatyatitha buddhiman Samuchyate patakarashi bhikshanat Chate patakarashi bhikshanat. He says, Hey Priya, oh dear brother, Ramji anyway loved Lakshmanji so much. And after Lakshmanji asked this question, he was even more pleased. And then when he was giving this instruction and Lakshmanji was enjoying listening to that and understanding every word of it, he was even more filled with love for Lakshmanji and say, Oh Priya, oh my dear Lakshmana, Maya tava uditam, this knowledge which has been given to you by me, how did you give? Vinishchitya, in clear terms, having determined properly, understood clearly, I have given you this. What have you given? Rahasyam etad. This secret I have given you. Secret? Okay, Bhagavan, then I will not tell anyone. What is this Ved Vyasji? He has written this. It was a secret between you and me. He has written this. And then further look at Gurudev. He published this also with commentary. Secret this. How? Secret does not mean not to be told to anyone. This secret is different. The Laukika secret is don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone. And we will only tell everybody saying don't tell anyone. That is no useless secret that is. Secret means very few people know about it. That is why it is secret. Otherwise, such knowledge is to be given to everyone. Whoever is available, this is to be given to everyone. So, but still it remains a secret. Why? Because majority don't even know about it. So that is why etad rahasyam, this secret, Maya Vinishchitya, being ascertained and determined by me, clearly has been given to you, oh dear What is it? Shruti Sara Sangraham. This knowledge is actually the essence of all the Vedic teaching. So the essence of the Veda, Sangraha, the collection of all the knowledge from the Vedic texts, from the Upanishads. So it is the essence of the Upanishads, collected from all different texts. Sangraha. So Shruti Sara Sangraham Maya Vinishchitya Tavoditam Priya. Now, this teaching that I have given you, which very few people have known so far, and he's saying going further also, few people will only be able to appreciate this. He said, but whoever is able to listen to this, whoever is fortunate enough to get this knowledge or listen to this, read this, yaha tu etad alochayati, one who reflects upon this knowledge. Alochana means reflection, thinking. We usually say alochana means criticizing. That is how it is used. But criticism is also actually analysis. It is somehow, it has got the connotation of some negative thing. But alochana does not mean, in its purest terms, it does not mean anything negative. Alochana means analysis, understanding, reflection, thinking about it. So, yaha alochayati etad, the one who reflects upon this knowledge, mananam, whoever does, where? Iha, now here. As Puja Gurudev says, now here or nowhere. It is a matter of space. So, yaha tu etad alochayati iha, and who will be able to reflect upon this knowledge? Buddhiman. So, one who reflects upon this knowledge alone is a Buddhiman. Or a Buddhiman only will be able to reflect upon this knowledge. Because Mananam is not easy. So for Mananam, the previous verse Bhakti that is required. Because without Bhakti, Mananam is very difficult. Because our mind only will not be there for long. So, Yaha Buddhiman etad alochayati iha eva, in this lifetime, immediately now, samuchyate, he gets liberated. Acha, liberated from what? Pataka Rashibhihi. All possible sins and the afflictions brought about by the sins, the actions, its results, everything. Because the doer and experiencer of result, Karta, Bhokta only gone. So, there is no Papa Punya, no Papa Phala, Punya Phala, nothing. All liberated. Pataka Rashibhihi. Bhagwan, very important question. Tell me, what is the important? How long do I have to reflect on this? Time. Because any doctor gives prescription, says 5 days you take this medicine, 10 days you take this medicine. So this also, you are giving a prescription of reflection. How long should I do? And how soon will I get this? Bhagwan says, as far as liberation is concerned, kshanat. One moment. Immediate. But before that, the reflection, it is up to you. Bhagwan, it is taking too long. Ball is in your court. But as far as the liberation is concerned, one moment, gone. So therefore, samuchyate pataka rashibhihi kshanat, immediate. So we are in the age of fast food, instant gratification, quick things. Just at the click of a button, things should happen. Bhagavan is saying there is nothing more instant than liberation. The time taken is only in preparation. So preparation is in our hands only. And all the path has been paved by Bhagavan. He has guided us. Achha. So now, you say, Bhagavan, will I be able to do it? Do you think I am capable of doing it. So here Bhagavan is saying, don't worry, you have my blessings, you will be able to do it. So here in the next, he is saying, Bhrataryadeedam paridrishyate jagat. Bhrataryadeedam paridrishyate jagat. Mayaiva sarvam parihritya cetasa. Vasarvam parihritya cetasa. Madbhavana bhavita shuddha manasaha. भावित शुद्ध मानसः सुखी भवानंदमयो निरामयः नमयो निरामयः. Again, hey bhratah, oh dear brother, oh brother, he's saying, yadi idam paridrishyate jagat. If you are able to see and experience this world, which anyway in the waking state we will be able to see. In deep sleep we may not be able to see, but in the waking state we are able to see. So if you are able to see this Jagat, then understand, based on the knowledge that has already been given, Maya eva sarvam. All this is Maya. So what is Maya? No, already explained in the previous verses only. So that potential, that power, which is the manifestation of this entire universe, that same one single supreme infinite consciousness is manifesting. How? Maya. Through Maya. It is like reflection of that one person in so many different mirrors. So there is no, so many individuals are not there. There is no one except one, but there is this appearance, that is this Maya. So if you are able to see this and experience this Jagat, understand Maya eva sarvam. And therefore, what to do? Sarvam parihritya, giving up everything. Oh, giving up everything. So I should give up everything, I should leave my home, I should... Cetasa. Cetasa, mentally. Giving up attachment, giving up identification. Identification with the instruments and attachment to that which is related to the instruments. So when I say I possess this, there is attachment towards it. But I am this, that is identification towards this. Both identification and attachment have to be given up, not the body and the objects. Body and the objects may be there according to prarabdha. That will go on. But attachment and identification to the body and objects have to be given up. Parihritya cetasa. Sarvam parihritya cetasa. Then, having given up, what should we do? So now, giving up something has to be accompanied with taking up something also. So what is the other thing that I take up? Madbhavana bhavita. Constantly remain in my bhavana. Bhavana means not just emotion. Bhavana means experience. Because bhava, bhava shabda means to be. So madbhavana bhavita means you are experiencing my existence. So shifting the attention from this Jagat, which is merely an appearance, focus on the reality that is existing and remain abiding in that. Madbhava bhavitam. Madbhavana bhavitam. Such a person, who is that such a person? Shuddha manasaha. Purified mind. Now all these words have been talked about, that how is a purified mind attained? Karma yoga. Then we go to the Guru. Guru instructs us. By listening to the instruction, after that we reflect upon the instruction. And then we come to experience it through contemplation, practice of meditation, which is bhavana. So, after reflection, meditation, bhavana. Madbhavana bhavita shuddha manasaha. that pure person of pure mind, pure intellect, such a seeker. Bhagavan says, if you have done all these things, my blessings are with you. Sukhi bhava. What more do you want? Shuddha manasaha sukhi bhava. The purified mind walking this path, establishing oneself in the knowledge of the real, having given up all the unreal appearances. Sukhi bhava, you will certainly be happy. It is blessings as well as guideline. It is the outcome has been talked about. That if this is done, it is certain that you will be sukhi. Why? Because you are anandamayaha. You are of the nature of pure bliss. Niramayaha. Amaya means actually disease. It is a very interesting word. Amaya, disease. Niramaya, no disease. Healthy. So now, Amaya, disease means what? Dis-ease, not at ease. What is not at ease? That which is unnot natural is not at ease. That which is a natural state is always at ease. So when we have to, dress ourselves up and go for some formal meeting or something, that time we are all like, not at ease. Even the army, during march past and all, say, attention. And after that is over, then what will say? Stand at ease. Saudhan. Vishram. Vishram. Aram se. So at ease. So not at ease means there is something unnatural. Now who am I naturally? I am pure consciousness, pure bliss. Now what have I imagined myself to be? This limited body which is so finite, that infinite, and this unnatural body identification. What will happen? Disease. Not at ease. Disease. And Niramaya means free of disease, means back at ease, means no more identification with the body, no disease. That is why in Sanskrit or any Indian language also, health is called swasthya, swastha, swastha, sthiti, remaining in the self. That is real health. Same way for body also. When body is in its natural state of equilibrium, healthy. The disturbance in equilibrium, Ayurveda also explains this three gunas or doshas, whatever they are called as, vata, pitta, kapha. Imbalance, roga. Balance, swastha. It is in its natural state. Mind also, when it is peaceful and cheerful, it is its natural state. When it is agitated, unnatural disease. So everything, if it is in its natural state, niramaya. So once I know I am anandamaya, then I am actually niramaya. So sorrow is not my natural state. That is what bhava roga is called. Like Bhava Sagar, it was said earlier, Bhava Roga. It is a disease. I am not at ease when I have some agitation in the mind, when I am sorrowful. Niramaya. So you are free from all disease and you are ever happy, because it is not that you are happy, you are happiness. So this is the benediction, this is the blessing of Bhagavan, that through Lakshmanji we have received. So we received the teaching and instruction through Lakshmanji, and now we are also receiving the blessing that Sukhi Bhava, don't worry. You will be happy, you are happiness. All you have to do is the first 3 lines, the 4th line, my guarantee. Because even if we put in effort, some of the worldly gains are not available. I tried so much, still it did not happen. Bhagavan says, in this case, it is not so. You do diligently, sincerely, you will achieve it. Not to worry. So now, two more verses are there. What more Bhagavan has to say? There is something Bhagavan will say. So we will see that tomorrow. In the last class tomorrow of Shri Rama Geeta. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.